I want to tell you a story about a young man named Alex. Alex wasn't born with confidence or special talents. He was, just like many of us, unsure about the future, struggling to find his place in the world. He grew up in a small town, surrounded by majestic mountains, tall, rocky, and seemingly impossible to climb. The townsfolk often said, "Those mountains are for the brave or the foolish." For years, Alex listened to those words but dreamed quietly of standing on their peaks. One day, something inside him shifted. He realized he could no longer ignore the voice inside, the one whispering, "Go, take the chance, face the unknown." So he packed a small bag with only the essentials, said goodbye to his family, and set off on a journey to climb the tallest mountain near his home. The first steps were filled with excitement and hope. The air smelled fresh, the sun was warm, and the path ahead seemed inviting. But mountains, as we all know, are not kind teachers. Soon, the gentle path turned steep, rocky, and treacherous. Alex stumbled, scratched his hands on rough stones, and felt muscles burn in ways he had never felt before. The wind howled around him, cold and relentless. He thought about turning back many times. The mountain was bigger, harder, and scarier than he imagined. One night, as he rested beneath a fragile shelter made of branches, he pulled out a letter from his father. In it, his father wrote, "The mountain you see outside is nothing compared to the mountain inside you. Every fear, every doubt, they're obstacles you can overcome if you keep moving forward." Those words became Alex's anchor. The next day, the weather worsened. Thick fog wrapped the mountain, hiding the path and making each step uncertain. Alex's heart raced. Every sound was amplified. Every shadow seemed to move. For hours, he climbed without seeing anything but white mist. When he felt hopeless, a sudden crack in the fog revealed a glimpse of a distant tree, a sign that the path was real and still there. He forced himself to keep going, trusting that the way would reveal itself. Days passed, and the mountain grew colder. Alex's supplies were running low, and the isolation pressed on his spirit. He missed his family, the warmth of a fire, and the safety of home. But something deeper kept him moving, a quiet determination not to let his fears win. One evening, after a particularly hard climb, he reached a ledge overlooking a vast valley. The sun was setting, painting the sky with colors he had never seen before. Alex sat down, exhausted but in awe. In that moment, he realized the mountain was not just a physical challenge. It was a journey inside himself. He had been climbing away from fear, doubt, and uncertainty. He had been climbing towards courage, belief, and hope. The final push to the summit came after a restless night of storms and wind. The mountain seemed to fight him every step of the way. But with every painful breath, Alex whispered to himself, "I am stronger than this." And then, finally, he reached the top. The storm cleared, and the world unfolded beneath him like a storybook. Alex stood there, not just victorious over the mountain, but over every challenge that had held him back. So what's the lesson here? Life is full of mountains, moments that test your will, your spirit, your heart. They may be scary. They may seem impossible, but inside each of us lies a mountain stronger than any outside challenge. Your fears, your doubts, your pain, these are part of the climb. And with each step forward, you become stronger, wiser, and closer to your own summit. If you're facing your own mountain right now, remember this: you're not alone. Keep climbing, because the view from the top, it's worth every struggle. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.